the Anglophone countries right now recognizes the jurisdiction of the court. Only one Anglophone former British colony recognizes the court, and that's Barbados.
Yeah.
Which is why we started the matter last year. No, the year 2018. We started a matter in Barbados. Sorry, at the Inter-American Commission, challenging the law in Barbados, because the peculiarity in the Caribbean is that some of the anti-sodomy laws are actually saved in the constitutions. There's a clause that prevents any domestic challenge. So that is why we were able to leapfrog and go directly to the inter-American system. That was in the case of Jamaica and in the case of Barbados. So we didn't have to exhaust domestic remedies. However, in Dominica, there's no such clause. So we have to first exhaust domestic remedies. Now, in the case of Jamaica, the highest we can go is the Inter-American Commission, because Jamaica does not recognize the jurisdiction of the court. In the case of Barbados, we will first go through the Inter-American Commission, and then the commission will take the country to the court. So that's the trajectory. So the issue with the Inter-American system has nothing or very little to do with the presence or absence of the United States and Canada or Cuba. The challenge with the system for the Anglophone countries is that it's seen as a very Latin space. The decisions are usually published in Spanish first. We are very monolingual. Even though we're surrounded by Spanish speakers, it's, we're very chauvinistic about our English. Very few of us want to learn another language. I've struggled with French. I'm passable in Spanish because I have to go I go to the OAS every year, to the General Assembly. So, for that intense week of immersion, I have to speak Spanish. But other than that, it's just seen as a Latin space. So I know that the OAS has been trying to reach out to the Caribbean. So, for example, we've had at one point 2 commissioners from the Caribbean. This year we have one. Is excellent, by the way. She's from Jamaica. She had actually been on the court, and then she went to the commission. So that's a fantastic, synchronicity there. But the issue is not so much the presence or absence of the United States or Canada. It has to do with how the Caribbean perceives the inter-American system. For example, even the very name American. Every time I try to explain about the petition, I have to keep saying, no, it's not something based in the United States. It's not the American Constitution. It's the Americas, and that just goes over people's heads. So no, personally, I don't think the issue is Canada. I think the issue is how does the OAS make itself accessible to peoples of the region? And it has tried to do that. It has been itinerant from the very beginning, but it has had more sittings in the Caribbean, which is great. So I think that more of that is important.